It's strange how the castle doesn't notice when someone starts to vanish. Sebastian returned to Hogwarts with the same stride, the same smirk, the same way of leaning just slightly too far forward when he spoke. To anyone else, he hadn't changed at all. But I saw it, in the pauses between his words, in the way his eyes lingered too long on shadows, in how he stopped asking how Anne was doing. He wasn't cold, he wasn't cruel, he was quiet. The kind of quiet that means something has been taken, and no one seemed to notice but me. Classes resumed, the seasons crept forward, and still he wore that same mask. Only in the Undercroft did the silence thicken and the truth begin to show through the cracks. That's where I found him, one evening, alone. You've been down here every night this week.
Peace and quiet. Hard to come by these days.
You've never needed quiet. You used to fill it.
He was probing. He always did. Omni's asked questions like spells, meant to disarm. Maybe I'm learning restraint.
You never needed to learn restraint. You needed to learn not to bury everything and call it survival. Is she still speaking to you?
You think it works like that?
Don't deflect. Something took hold of you in the scriptorium, and I know you feel it still.
You were the one who led us there. Don't act like a martyr now.
I brought you to the truth, not to the edge of a cliff.
Well, I jumped, because someone had to. You stood by while Anne suffered, while I suffered. What do you think that does to someone?
I never stood by. I just didn't lose myself trying to play savior.
No. You just watched while I burned.
There was nothing left behind his eyes. No anger, no grief. Just control. As if whatever was inside him now had learned how to wear his skin. I knew then, this wasn't just about Anne anymore. Something else had made its home in him.
You talk like you know what I've lost. Like you understand what I've given up.
I do understand. I was there, Sebastian. I stood beside you while you chose to tear everything apart.
And I stood alone when it mattered.
What's in you now? It's not love, it's obsession.
Something twisted inside me at his words. Not pain, not regret. Something older, darker. I stepped closer, not to argue, not to explain, but because some part of me wanted him to feel it, wanted him to fear it. My fingers brushed the hilt of my wand, not drawn, not yet. But even that small thought felt tempting. Maybe obsession is what it takes. Maybe it's what your family never had the courage to feel.
Say that again. Say it and see how far you've truly gone.
Sebastian, the sound of my voice shattered the moment. The pressure in the air broke, just slightly. He turned toward me, and in his face I saw it. Not fury, not guilt, just stillness. The kind that comes before something irreversible. What did he say to you?
Not as much as what he didn't. He's not just slipping, he's offering himself to it.
I can't reach him anymore. Not the way I used to.
He still looks at you like you're the anchor. But anchors can drown too, Eveleigh.
The silence stretched between us like a thread fraying at the edges. I loved him. I loved him in ways that had no shape, no name. But loving him didn't mean saving him. And that truth was starting to hurt more than the curse ever had.
I wanted to believe we still had time, that there was a version of this story where we pulled him back, where Eveleigh's voice would be enough and my warnings would matter. But sometimes love isn't a lifeline. Sometimes it's the chain that pulls you under too, and she was still holding on to him, tighter than ever.
Do you think it's too late for him?
Not if he still has you, but I'm not sure what's worse, losing him, or watching you go after him into the dark.
Then maybe it's not about saving him anymore.
Eveleigh, what are you thinking?
I don't know. Just that I've never seen him so far away. It's like he's halfway into something I can't reach unless I follow.
You don't have to follow him into this. You don't.
Maybe it's not about the right side anymore. Not about light or dark. Maybe it's about staying with him, even if it means burning too. Because if he falls alone, he's gone. But if I fall with him, maybe I can still find him there. Somewhere.